Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I posted anything. I've been working, kind of jumping around different parts of the kit. I ran into a few problems I had to go back in and fix. One of the problems was one of the engines, um, the lighting up here stopped working, and I come to realize that one of the wires had broken off inside. So I had to reopen the engine and rewire it. So right now I'm putting up the holes, or putting up the seam line, and then I'm going to give it a primer again and see how I'm doing. But it's fixed now. I just got to get it primed. It was actually attached to the ship. I mean, I had the whole lower section all hooked up. When I realized when I did a light test that it wasn't working, so I had to pop it off and fix it. So it's fixed. I just got to finish painting it, and then I'll reattach it to the body, to the underside anyway, and it will kind of look like that when it's done. So I've got a little bit of progress on that. And this video is just going to basically be an update video on the progress, where I'm at, what I got done. The underside of the head of the ship is completely touched up with paint. I've got all the fiber optics run for all the spotlighting around these alcoves here, or these inserts, the headlights up front, and as well as the lights underneath in this section right here. I try to light up as best as possible, but you can only do so much. I mean, the model itself on this show was strictly just a CGI, I believe, so practical application can only go so far. I've got starting the engines on the upper section installation. Now, what I did, as anyone has built this model knows, but for those of you that do not know, the very end of the model where the aft section is put together, there's this little piece that hangs out at the end, and it's hollow. You can clearly see there's the channel right there, and this whole piece is totally empty. I don't know why they did that, but so what I did was I tried using styrene plastic, and that just didn't work out very well for me. So I went and got my jumped on Tinkercad, and I 3D printed this little end piece, or end cap. I beveled the sides and the front, and basically it just goes, and I already have it on, it just basically fits on like so, and I already have it on. You can see how that came out. A little bit of sanding, a little bit of filling, but it came out really good. It looks like it was part of the model. It was supposed to be there, so very happy with that. And it will also light block this whole section as well, and I did that on both top and bottom. If anyone is working on this model presently and has a 3D printer, or even if they don't have a 3D printer and they need these little end caps, my email address is in the description. Go ahead and shoot me an email, and I can either send you the file to print these yourself, or I can print some of these and send them to you directly. I don't mind doing that. They do fit fairly well. I measured them exactly to the right fit. So like I said, if you need some, just let me know. I'll be happy to help out. The other thing I've been working on, and this has been a time killer, to be perfectly honest, is the head of the ship. So I've got half of the spotlights that go into these little inlets right here on. I've got some spotlighting done, not all of it. I still got some around the hull I have to do, but I have started putting in the lights for the trench windows. Now, how I did that was I put the foot wedge in, and then I drilled out all of the windows with a 5mm drill bit. And then I just basically kind of did what I did on my Star Destroyer build years ago, as I cut small fiber optic links, and I've been meticulously, one by one, putting them in the center. Now, I'm not doing all of the windows. I'm going to block some out, because to me, I just think they would all be active or lit at the same time. I'm going to try to see if I can light this up a little bit for you so you can kind of see what it looks like. It's coming out pretty good. I'm really happy with it. It's just very time consuming. See if it's going to blow out a little bit, but you can kind of see. See, it's not all the windows are lit up. Some are blacked out, and I did that, like I said, intentionally. I have one side done for the windows, one side done for the windows, and one side done for the these little inserts. I have to do the other set of inserts and the other side of windows, which took me pretty much all night. And then I do want to run. I do have some more spotlighting to go around the exterior of the hull here, and I'm trying to little experiment with the spotlighting. I'm trying to get the spotlight where it's not a point of light, but it's more like a casting, like a light casting, basically in a different direction, not straight out. I'm just trying to see if I can get it to work. It's probably not going to work, but I've been experimenting with it. And the flight pods, I have got those finished. Well, not finished, but I haven't done any of the spotlights yet on it, but I have got the lights for the landing bays lit up. And I just basically, I took individual LEDs inside. This side is for the green on this side, green on this side, and then red and red, and so forth. I did that because I was going to run the fiber optic all the way out, but I wasn't getting a consistent light because of the distance of the fiber optic, and you get a much more consistent light when you run a short strand directly to the light source. And that's what I did. So that's why I did that. There's enough room in this section because the photo etch piece is very skinny. So there's plenty of room to run these LEDs as well as other spotlights too. So this one's done, the other part's done, and I've painted the red both sides. I'll give it a little bit of a light test here real quick, and then I got to get going because my wife is on her way home. I have to go take her to go pick her car up from the shop. So I got to run and go do that because she's leaving for Disneyland tomorrow. So lucky her. Actually, I really don't want to go to Disneyland. Actually, I've been there before, and right now it's getting very hot, and the weather is just going to be dreadful down there. So I really wouldn't want to go anyway. All right. Now I will be using resistors on these lights to bring them more in scale. This is just the rough, kind of the rough draft that you're going to see right now. And they're way brighter than what they should be, but that's just the camera. But that's how they're looking. And like I said, I'll be using resistors to tone them down to a more in-scale lighting. But the camera is always gonna blow them out. I still have yet to run the spotlighting effect through those, and I still have to put on another fiber optic. I'm looking for you. I still have to install 2 more of the engines. They're going to go here in the middle. I just waited on doing that so I could show off the little end piece that I did at this point. And once I get everything ran on the inside, I'll tie all these wires together to one, and I'll run a light for the fiber optics here for the spotlighting on the ends here. So, and I did. I abandoned the idea of scratch building my own flight pods, so I went ahead and I splurged and I went and bought the actual photo etch for the flight pods. I've already got 2 of them pulled, bent up, and primered already. In fact, let me grab one to show you real quick here what it looks like. That's one that's already been bent and primered. Now, the way I'm going to light this up is I got a bunch of small, let me see if I can get them here. I ordered a bunch of these very small SMDs. And I'm going to put them on covering all of these light holes right here and wire them up so all the light will be shining right through these holes on the inside. It should give a fairly accurate lighting effect, I want to say, but we'll see. But anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I got a lot done, but I still have a lot more to go before this thing is actually finished. But you know, it's just I'm taking my time with this. I'm not rushing it between work and life, and I've had some issues with my mouth again, dental wise. So I'm just kind of taking my time with this. It'll get done when it gets done. You know, I'm not going to rush it. So, but when it is done, I think it's going to look really good. I think the photo etch, the lighting, it's not going to be spot on, perfect, but it's going to be close enough for me. And I think it'll look really good. I'm going to 3D print a stand. Actually, I already have 3D printed a stand for this already. I just have to sand it and paint it. But I think when it's all said and done, I think it's going to look really good. And I'm very happy so far with it. And I got plenty of paint too, so I'm not running low on my body paint. But as of right now, I'm pretty happy with how everything's going. If you are working on this model, keep also one thing in mind too. You are going to have to, if you're running fiber optics and wiring, you're going to have to shave off some of the plastic to allow the wiring and fiber optics to pass through without getting pinched. That's just normal. The one thing I haven't done yet is I haven't painted the landing strips onto the flight pod floors. I can't find the decals for these. Anyone? Oh, and I have a visitor. Hold on one second. Let me put you on pause for a second. Sorry about that. My dog came hauling butt in here to see me. My wife's home now. But as I said, I can't find the decals for the flight pod landing, the flight pod floors. So, looking at them, they're not really that detailed. And honestly, you're not going to see a lot of it inside the ship once it's all said and done. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to mask off the area, and I'm going to paint my own landing strip in here, and then call it good. So it's, like I said, I try to find the decals. I can't find anyone that's selling them. If you guys happen to know someone that is selling them, please let me know in the descriptions below. I'd greatly appreciate it. But in the meantime, I'm going to go plan B. I'm just going to paint my own landing strips. I've done it before, so I can do it again. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I haven't covered. I'm sorry for the long video. There's just a lot of stuff I wanted to go over and update you guys on. It's like I said, still a long ways to go though. But oh, actually, there is one more thing I want to show off real fast before I go. Now, I'll be honest. I did not design this at all by any means. I found this file on Thingiverse and I printed it. So the first one is it's a photo etch bender, and this is the first one. I found this on Thingiverse. I did modify it a little bit. I did add some pieces in here to keep this the top kind of straight, and I did 3D print a kind of a flat, smooth surface to the top. But this is your basic photo etch bender, and I did print and design this little bender tool. You slide in and just kind of go boop. And it did come with this as well to add on to it, and it just unscrews. Now, what I did was I wanted one that was longer. So what I did was I just took the same file and I just printed two of them and I linked them together, and I made a one solid piece that will fit the entire length of the landing bay's photo etch. And then I also designed and printed another bender. Same thing, it kind of goes in like this, and then you bend it up. Nothing major, but it really helps when you got long pieces of photo etch to work with. So I've used it already, and it has helped a lot. But yeah, I got those off Thingiverse. If you guys want me to send you the link for that, or if I remember to, I'll post the link to that file in the descriptions below, so you can print if you want. And again, if you need or want the files or the pieces to the ends, these pieces right here on the end, please let me know, and I will help you with that. But other than that, I think that's it. So I'm going to stop rambling here and get back to what I got to get done. I got to run my wife down to get her car. So I want to thank everybody for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I got more stuff coming up. And shoot me a like. It really helps the channel a lot. And if you guys have any questions or anything, just drop them in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer them as best I can and get back to you as soon as I can. So until then, have a great rest of your day. Be safe, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.